morning, Winston. You had a late night last night. Hey, everyone. So last night we were all up about till 2:30 in the morning because we had some serious coyote activity in our woods again. And the dogs, all three of them were out running and on full guard patrol. So I'm gonna go check the trail cams and the other cameras that we have and see what was going on. Is that right, Shenanigans? Hi, Levi. Hi, sweetie. How are you today? Winston, you want to let him back in? There you go. Come on, go back in, y'all. What you doing, Levi? You checking out all the chickens? It's time to trim the little's wings. Come on, Levi, let's go. Good boy. Seriously, ladies, you're not supposed to be over here. Come on, let's go get you guys your food. Hey, come on, let's go. You're a little bit much. You are a little bit much. You're stepping on my toes. Can I have my toe back? You're very heavy. Oh my goodness, doing chores with these ones out. I think today you guys are gonna go back into a different pasture. Maybe it's fence moving time today. Here you go, buddy. Hey, here you go, Amy. You hungry? Here. Hey, sweet. Hey. Did you guys want some corn? Come here. Come here. Hey, ladies. All right. Should hold them over for a few minutes. I'm just walking back to grab the trail cam. I had moved it after I had cleared back here. I wasn't able to capture anything on that footage. So I thought I'd move it this way, thinking perhaps they'd sneak by. So trail cam's right here on this tree for reference, bench, tire. And right through there is where we saw the coyote come through. So I was thinking maybe perhaps it would come through this path because our chickens and our fencing, you can see the one coop right there. And this is a pretty clear path right over to get to the other part of the property where we have seen the coyote. So I'm gonna get the trail cam footage, see if I see anything. As I was editing, I realized the sound wasn't working from our main camera. So what I was saying here was that I was going to take the trike for a spin, as I rarely ride it because Nate uses it so much. However, I have horrible balance, so I am going to wear my helmet. Safety first. This helmet is specifically designed for electric bikes, and it can handle impacts from speeds of over 18 miles per hour. I'm gonna head back to the red barn. Wish me luck. have a nice amount of old wood here, and the project that I've been wanting to work on for quite some time is actually building a couple tables. So I know that it's not something we absolutely need right now. However, it's a beautiful day and I thought it'd be a fun project. So I'm gonna see what I can find and then see if I can determine whether or not I have enough to make what I'm thinking. One is just a little too short, but I'm gonna see if I can make them work. Or if I can find one more piece. I do really like this board though. This one's got some cool knots on it. Watch out, Kim. Watch out, good girl. I always forget to bring my little chainsaw back here so that I have clear access to get to the wood. So next time I'm back here, y'all remind me. Bring your chainsaw, Katie. Because it's grown out a little bit. All right, I had brought the cart, so I hooked the gorilla cart up to the ad motor trike so that, because I thought I might be getting some bigger boards, but there's something in there, Kinsley. You wanna go in? Oh. They smell something. All right. What is it? What's under there? All right, let's go back to the house, boys, girls, kiddos. So much fun! This board is just a little too wide for the planer, but that's okay, because I was planning on cutting the board so it was a little bit more even, which will allow it to fit perfectly inside the planer. Now for these two smaller boards. I will cut all three of them so they're the same length. My thoughts for the table are that each of the two smaller boards will be on the outsides and the wider board will be in the middle. I think this will make a nice table to fit into our small living room. Before I can send these through the planer, there are several nails that will need to be removed. This project is gonna have to wait for another day because I only have about another hour or so of daylight and a few more items I need to tackle on the homestead first. I was able to get the shenanigans back in their paddock, which is exciting because they got out during a really bad storm last week and haven't been able to get them back in. So, hi girls. Are you happy? Huh? They've been playing in their pool most of the day. Since we only have this one little rooster in this big, huge paddock, we had opened it up so that the sheep could go ahead and eat the grass in there, because the grass was pretty long and roosters aren't the best foragers from what we've noticed. So I'm just gonna close this back up so the sheep can't get into his paddock anymore. All right, I was able to get those in. Now the rooster no longer has free range. He's figured it out, but he really does like to stay in his little area. The sheep have been coming up by the pond pretty frequently, trying to get what they can of, there's a little bit of green left, so. You ladies doing all right? Yeah? All right, well, I'm gonna go inside here pretty soon. So I want to show you all the pumpkins and just give you an update on how they're doing. We put them in our sunroom here to go ahead and see if they would ripen. And I also have them in here with some of my other plants so that the sheep and the geese didn't eat them. But look at that. They were all green. There was only one orange one. I've got some plants in here, some outdoor plants and some indoor plants. Just again, so that the animals don't get to them. So was able to get the fencing down for the sheep since they're no longer using it, so that we could have an area, not have to walk around. And a few videos back we showed us backing the truck up and scratching the truck. So now it's very easy, can get all the way to the food and don't have to worry about getting trapped. You can walk right through and everything. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to take you along, take the camera along with me. I normally don't film when I do a lot of stuff, but since Nate was in town and he had some errands to run, I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and share with you all what I do on a random Saturday. So I'm gonna go inside and I'm going to work a little bit in the kitchen now. Today I'm gonna work on grinding up some meat from our pigs that we processed last fall. We have quite a few cuts of meat, and we found that we ran out of the grind and really enjoyed it. So pulled out the meat grinder here. I'm just gonna put it together and then start showing how to prep the meat and get it ready for the grinder and then grind it. I'll walk through how I'm gonna season it and then how I'm going to repackage it to preserve it. So for the meat, you wanna cut it about 3/4 inch thick to about 4 inches long for the meat grinder, just so you can slide it down the tube and that'll help so it doesn't clog up. You can cut it into smaller chunks if you want. It's totally up to you. clean up a bit, and then we'll get to seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the ground meat and I'm going to season it a couple different ways. I will probably make a sausage blend and then just a couple other ones just to have them pre-seasoned. Then I'm going to go ahead and just put them in freezer bags and get them in the freezer. The meat's still cold. I want to keep working on it and before it gets too warm. And I don't know about you all, but this is my spice rack. When you live in a small space, you kind of find ways to do it. So I've got a lot of different herbs. I'll just kind of walk you through what I put in each of the different batches as I'm doing it. We're gonna just do regular salt and pepper. I'm gonna do fennel and coriander. And then some garlic powder and some Italian seasoning. And this is going to be just the sausage mixture. So I'm gonna mix all this up really good. I'm gonna get it packaged and then we'll go to the next one. Put these in the fridge while we make the next batch. Garlic and coriander. Clove and cumin. Salt and pepper. I'm gonna do a little Cajun seasoning. Some onion. And then I'm gonna do a little turmeric. And some smoked paprika. This one is going to be my taco mixture. The next one I'm going to do a chili, and I'm going to do just the pork chops for that one. So I'm going to start with chili powder. Paprika. Garlic. Cayenne pepper. Onion, coriander, and cumin. And the last one is no spices, it's just gonna be plain ground pork. So I can decide when I'm cooking what I wanna do with it. I'm gonna run these down to the freezer and then get all cleaned up.